Hello guys and welcome here. My name is Yassine and in today's video we are going to talk about the max and the min function. So before we start writing down those functions on our Excel spreadsheet, it's important to understand what exactly are those functions and what are they used for. So we have those two functions are Excel functions, of course. They allow us to find the lowest as well as the highest number in a set of numbers. So it can be in a database, it can be in a small set of numbers, it could be in numbers that are entered manually. So of course the min stands for minimum, the max stands for maximum. So if we go with the minimum function, which is the min function, it will allow us to have the smallest number in a set of numbers. So let's try it out. So take a cell, any cell that you want, and you can just write down min. Then we're gonna open our parentheses, and here, as you can see, there is number 1, number 2, and an infinity amount of parameters. So you decide how many numbers you want to enter. So in our case, we are going to enter different numbers. So let's enter 5, 2, 7, 8, 9. And as you can see here, the smallest number is the number 2. So logically, since we're working with the min function, it should return us the smallest number in this case. So it should be 2. So if we run this function, it's going to be 2, right? Now, with the max function, it's the same thing, but instead of them being the smallest number, it's gonna be the highest number. So if we try out this function and we write down max and we open our parentheses, and then we write down the numbers, so let's say 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Logically, we understand that the highest number here is 9. So when we're gonna run the max function, the number that will be returned for this calculation here will be 9, since it's the greatest number. So if we try it out, as you can see, 9 has been returned. Now let's make it a little bit more interesting, and instead of working with normal numbers, let's work with random numbers that we are going to generate, all right? So let's go here, for example. Well, we're gonna delete those two cells, and let's go in those two cells here, and we're gonna generate various random numbers. So to generate a random number in Microsoft Excel, we are going to use the rand betweens function. So rand between, here we go. So as always, this function is divided in two parts. We have the bottom and the top. So we want to have a random number that is generated between, in this case, 10 and let's say 9. So 10 the smallest one, 90 the highest one. And each time that we refresh the page, as you can see, the number changes. So now we want to have a set of numbers. So here we go, we have a set of numbers, and let's even make more numbers just for fun. So as you can see, there is a lot of numbers here, and we can't automatically see what is the highest number or what is the smallest smallest number. And each time that we refresh, it always changes. So it's important for us, it's important to find the highest number as well as the smallest number. We're going to use the two functions that I just showed you. So the max function as well as the min function. So let's work with our max here and our min here. So let's start with the max. So we are looking for the highest number in this set of numbers. So we're gonna write down max and open the parentheses. And now, since we have numbers that we can enter, we can either enter them manually or we can select all the cells that contain numbers. So in our case, let's select all the cells. And then we can just close the parentheses and run the function. And as you can see, each time that we refresh the page, we will have the highest number that has been generated. So as you can see, 90, 81, 88. So for the max function, this is how it works. Now we can do the same thing with the min function. So once again, we're gonna write down equal, and we're gonna write down min. We're gonna open up the parentheses, and let's select pretty much all the numbers, and we can run our function. And as you can see, we have the highest number, which is 89 in this case, and the smallest number, that is 12 in this case. So this is how we use the max as well as the min function. And each time that I refresh my page, as you can see, the number will change. So highest number, smallest number. So this is all for this for the max and the min function. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial and have learned something new. So if you enjoyed it, of course, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and see you in another of my videos.